Welcome to Aqua Talks, where marketing meets bold, game-changing ideas. Join your hosts, Larry Aldrich and Maddie Dudley, as they explore the art and science of cutting through the noise, capturing attention, and fostering meaningful connections with your audience. Whether you're a destination marketer, government contractor, or simply passionate about the transformative power of marketing, Aqua Talks offers engaging discussions, fresh insights, and actionable strategies designed to inspire and inform.
Welcome back to Aqua Talk, sponsored by Brentz's Technology LLC and Zanique. We're here for the next few days at Destination Florida in Bradenton. We will be speaking with quite a few DMOs. Stay tuned for a lot of good conversations coming up. Thanks. Thanks for jumping back into Aqua Talks. We're here at Destination Florida with Sandra Rios at Naples, Marco Island, Everglades CVB.
And the Everglades Convention and Visitors Bureau. There, you got them all in.
Thank you.
Otherwise known as Florida's Paradise Coast, so maybe that's a little bit easier.
Paradise Coast, I was going to get there. And as far as your title, let us know what your title is.
Yeah, sure. I'm the Public Relations and Marketing Manager for the division of Collier County, so represent all three of our entities. You know, we're a very diverse destination, and so that really dictates a lot about how we market it as well.
Okay, so this is about you and your destination, your CVB. Let us know a little bit about your history and what you're currently doing, and where we see your CVB going.
Yeah, sure. So a little bit about my background. I've been in hospitality probably 25-ish years. Originally started out for about 15 years in the casino industry. Which is an amazing opportunity for anybody who wants to get into hospitality because it's very diverse. You can go into food and beverage, you can go into retail, you can go into gaming, and then you have the hospitality component too. So eventually that segued into, I moved to Sarasota and I was the marketing and communications director for the Opal Collection, which has a real diverse portfolio, but I was at their Longboat Key Club, which is one of their high-end luxury properties, and I represented 5 other of their sister properties in Lido Key, one down in Naples. So I was there for about 7 years, and then Hard Rock came knocking on my door, and I had the opportunity to be part of the opening team for that beautiful guitar hotel over there. So that was really just, I'd say, the pinnacle of my career from the ground up. Just an amazing product and just a lot of fun, a lot of energy.
That's a beautiful structure.
It really is, and it's so unique. I mean, there's not one plumb line in the whole building, as you can imagine.
So the destination has evolved since 2020, with hospitality investment and residential growth in 2025. Do you want to elaborate a little bit about on that and the increase in rooms and inventory? And I know we have quite a few nice places, nice things going on with the Naples Beach Club and Four Seasons Resort.
Yeah.
You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. So just like the rest of the state of Florida, after 2020, there was just an exponential increase in people who came down, not just to visit, but also on the residential side. And what we've seen certainly over the past couple of years, starting 2020, there were a lot of eyes from big investment companies. So we've seen a lot of hotel investment there. And so that's ended up in the build out of our new Naples Beach Club, which is a Four Seasons resort, very high end, and it's elevating and amplifying the whole destination. But we've also had a lot of our other partners come in too. We have a new JW that's going to open up. We have the old Naples Hotel, which is on 3rd Street, which is a real iconic street in Naples. And they took over the old Mercantile building. So they've left some of the old Naples charm, but certainly built up a beautiful destination there. We also brought in a Great Wolf Lodge, which was the first one in Florida, which really is more towards family-friendly activities, but we kind of filled a gap for something we did not have. And then the AC Hotel, and then we have just a number of other openings as well. More in the future. There's going to be, I can never remember the name of this, the Carnelian. I keep wanting to call it the Colonial. Because we opened a Le Colonial restaurant, so it's the Carnelian Hotel. That's going to be a super high-end boutique hotel. that has a private membership club
Wow.
called the Sterling's on the top. And what you'll find in Naples, it's very geared toward luxury. We
Yeah.
market it unapologetically luxury, but there's also a lot of private membership clubs throughout the destination.
Yeah, the Carnelian. I can see myself now accidentally saying the Carnelian.
Oh, yeah.
I would have
think
to
there's a lot of
practice.
ways you could.
I would have to practice. So, I'm a Northeasterner. I'm from Pittsburgh. I'm in Florida for the last couple of years now, every month. And I've been trying to go everywhere in Florida. And I've never been to Marco Island. So, speaking to me and thousands of other people, but to me right now,
Yeah. Okay.
why should I go to, where should I go to, not why should I go to Marco Island? So, what can I expect when I go to Marco Island?
Sure. It's just a short drive south of
Okay.
Naples. Naples is 5-star, total luxury, very serene, high-end, a lot of spas. You go down to Marco Island and it's much more laid back. We call it beach chic. Very quaint. We have the beautiful JW Marriott Beachfront Marco Island hotel down there. And they were just bought out by another company. So we're expecting probably not a full renovation, certainly a decent one. So that's going to be coming down the pike within the next couple of years. We're excited about that. But it's a place where you can go to the Snook Inn and just have that tiki hut kind of feel like you're one of the locals. But then the JW is very high end with an adult tower, a private spa up there. But they even have fire dancers on the beach at night. So you just have a real cool vibe, but a lot more laid back than Naples. And if you keep going 20 minutes further south from Marco Island, you hit Everglades City. And that's just one of our treasures. It's real authentic, a lot of eco-adventures, a lot of outdoor activity, a lot of community pride. The stone crabbing industry is their main industry down there, so we do promote that heavily through our tourism marketing channels. But they're also proud that they only have a population of about 350 people.
Wow.
Yeah, small community, very tight-knit. And they still have one schoolhouse that has all the grades up from kindergarten through 12th grade. So it's a real unique spot within the country. But that is also the back door or the front door to enter the Everglades National Park, which is a real national treasure because it's only one of 25 UNESCO World Heritage sites in North America. So if you're coming down as a family or you're just really interested in ecology and preserving, conservation and land, it's definitely a must-see. And they just opened up the new Marjorie Stoneman Douglas Visitor Center, so that's brand new.
Driving down Alligator Alley, I've noticed there are some walking trails. Have you been on any of those trails? Or I was kind of curious how far out they may go. I mean, the Everglades just goes and goes and
It
goes.
goes and goes.
Yeah.
It's got a long horizon, right?
And at times I want to get out on that trail, but I kind of, maybe I shouldn't be out there. But it's obviously looks well taken care of and it's probably very, very safe. I was just wondering if you've been out there or if you kind of know how far it might go, or it's definitely an attraction because it grabs my attention every time I see it.
Yeah, I've never been on those trails. And you'll find pretty much, I don't know where the demarcation line is between us and the next county.
Okay.
But you go into the Wild Cypress Natural Preserve, and that's part of Collier County. And it has a beautiful boardwalk system. It's something that people don't realize. So you can go out there and walk along a beautifully orchestrated 2-mile boardwalk. Something that people don't know is birding is one of the top most popular, I don't want to say sporting events, but it's certainly something people do when they come over. And in the Everglades, you have over 350 species of birds alone that you can see that you won't see anywhere else. So that's a real attraction, especially for our European visitors who come over and they got to fill out the rest of their cards, the birds they've seen. And they have a whole real checklist.
I think that's something good for our U.S. citizens also. I mean, I love looking at birds, and then you never really realize you like it until you start seeing different birds. In a meeting we had, one of our staff members told us that they set up bird feeders in their backyard because parrots come in. And I'm like, parrots? Yeah. And then she kind of gave a little bit of a history of how they fly from up south during the summer or something. And then I saw 3 parrots flying in St. Pete. Yeah. So or can you confirm, or maybe I don't know if you know, but parrots in flying through the Everglades, is that true?
I've heard of that.
Yes.
I've actually seen flocks of parrots in Naples. Like there's a little group of about 10 of them. But a little bit of the history of that is during one of the hurricane that hit Homestead, and that's way before my time, I forget, when it hit the zoo.
Yeah.
A lot of birds ended up being getting released just through no fault of their own. So that's how some of these flocks have come about. They went wild. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people talk about the recent hurricanes, but you mentioned Homestead. I'm familiar with it because my father's owned a company in the nuclear contracting industry, and they had Homestead, the nuclear power company down in Homestead.
Yeah.
And I was down there one time after what was that hurricane again?
Was it Michael?
No, the one you just mentioned. Down in Homestead, it was a huge hurricane that hit in the early 90s.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of
And it devastated South Florida.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's true.
And I was in the Air Force in Panama City Beach, Tyndall, when Hurricane Opal hit.
Yeah.
So firsthand, I've seen some of the devastation. But the amazing thing is how Floridians rebuild.
Yeah.
And I've seen that firsthand just recently on your coast, just north of Naples, and actually
we got
not far from Naples also.
And really decimated
they've
us.
rebuilt.
I always tell people it was an equal opportunity hurricane.
Yeah.
Because there was not a neighborhood spared in our destination from that hurricane. But everybody was tremendously resilient. A lot of the residents stepped up and they were working hand in hand with our first responders. Certainly the tourism team, our responsibility in a hurricane like that is to find housing for first responders as they come in, because we obviously work so closely with the hotel partners. We call them up every day. Do you have extra rooms? How many rooms do you have? Are you online? Are you serving food? Do you have water? And so then we pair up whatever. It could be FEMA, it could be Red Cross, it could be medical people, personnel coming in, it could be people from the sheriff's department, that need housing. So that's what we do during hurricanes. But we were one of the first destinations to recover from that, and we were very fortunate in that regard. Yeah.
And I saw the community really stepped up. I did a little bit of a tour up and down the coast after that, and I saw a lot of the local businesses worked out of trailers essentially until they got their facilities back up, and it was relatively quick.
Yeah, we laugh because we always say the residents came up because they wanted their favorite restaurant on Fifth Avenue to get open again, because they wanted to go have their wine in the afternoon.
Yeah. I was at your downtown Naples is really nice. I actually spent some time in Naples not too long ago, and I really liked the downtown area.
Yeah.
A lot of really nice, quaint shops, and you have all kinds of different products and services right there. Whether a little bit of things for everyone. And Naples is I would say very classy, really classy destination in Florida. So you're going to get a little bit higher end, but there's still, like you said, now that you got Great Wolf Lodge there, it's still a lot for family also.
Yeah, there's a lot for family, but just talking a little bit about Fifth Avenue, it's real quiet wealth in Naples. Yes. It's not flashy, it's classy, as we like to kind of put it. But as far as those boutiques and the restaurants, so many of them are owner-owned. Yeah. They take a lot of pride in what they're presenting, whether it's a beautiful dish in a restaurant or whether it's personal handmade art. And that's part of the charm is it makes it very unique. Nothing there is cookie cutter. Yeah. So that's a big part of the appeal.
And the cuisine is really, really, I kind of I know what I like when I come to the west coast of Florida. I love grouper sandwiches. And I probably missed out on so much more, but I can't pass out getting those grouper sandwiches. Yeah. And when I was in Naples, I found 2 really good restaurants that had really, really good grouper sandwiches. Yeah. So what would you recommend for someone like me that only goes and gets one thing? And I know there's so much more there than I actually had a chance to experience.
Yeah, I'd say expand your boundaries and try something different.
That's simple,
So we're known really for our global cuisine. Yes. I mean, we have Baba Persian down on Fifth Avenue. We have great authentic Italian, Barbatella, that's over on 3rd Street. We have Ridgway's, which Tony Ridgway has been in a restaurateur in Naples for over 30 years. So it's if you want to live like a local, definitely go check that out. But yeah, groupers, you can go to a tiki bar and get a great grouper sandwich, at the docks or the boathouse. You might want to check out one of those places, real super laid back. But then you could go to True Luxe or Ocean Prime and get grouper sandwich of a different kind.
That would be great.
Yeah.
And one of the big initiatives I know in the Naples area, a destination, and probably true to my heart, is sports tourism.
Oh, yeah.
And what's going on in Naples with sports? We know pickleball is really popular now. So I'm assuming pickleball is a big thing down there. So other than, on top of pickleball, what are some of the other sports activities that you really like to promote in Naples for sports tourism?
Sure. Our Paradise Coast Sports Complex broke ground just as I was here about 4 years ago. And it's a world-class facility built to really attract student athletics. It serves the local school system with student athletics, but it brings in all the groups nationally to compete in their tournaments. But in addition to that, it's also now home to FC Naples, which is our first professional soccer league.
Okay.
So they had a winning team last year. They're into their second year now, and they have a huge fan base that's really supported by the community. But to your point, sports tourism is a huge economic driver for any county. We're fortunate that we had the funding to build the sports complex. We're actually almost moving into phase 3 to continue the final phases of it. But in terms of the pickleball, it has 64 courts. We're called the pickleball capital of the world. In April, we host the USO Pickleball Open, and all 50 states are represented, as well as 53 countries. And we had about over 55,000 attendees over the course of a week that come to Naples specifically for that tournament. So in addition to that, we also are the home to 3 PGA and LPGA championship tours.
Okay.
We have we host the Chubb Classic, we host the Grant Thornton Invitational, and we also host, oh my God, I forgot the last one. Totally blanked.
It happens to me all the time, so don't
Grant
feel bad.
Thornton, I forgot.
It happens to me.
Anyway,
I was literally just talking about my favorite restaurants, and I went to name my favorite restaurant and couldn't remember the name of it, so it happens.
What the heck, and I love them all.
I was actually, I'm starting to golf more in Florida, and my first location down here, I played horribly.
You did?
Yeah, I was looking forward to playing here, and I've been training all winter. And the winter in Pittsburgh was pretty bad this year, 15 inches of snow, 0 degree. And I was training hard. Yeah. And to get to Florida and realize I've been training with my irons all winter and pulled out my driver and looked horrible. Yeah, but I had fun.
Well, aside from the 3 tournaments that we do host, we also have over 90 public-private courses in Naples alone. So if you're a golfer, an avid golfer, or a beginner, doesn't matter your skill level, this is a place you want to be. 300 days of sunshine a year. It's definitely a draw for the golfing community.
Yeah, I like the area. Now, maybe it's a misconception or I misheard. Do you have to take a ferry to Marco Island?
No. There are ferries that do leave out of Marco Island. One will take you down to the Florida Keys.
Okay.
But you might be talking about Key Wadden. Okay. We do have an island that's off of, it's right before you get to Marco Island. It runs parallel to the roadway if you drove, but it's only accessible by boat. So we do have a water taxi system that'll bring you there. But a lot of the resorts on the coastline or on the waterway do have boat rentals. And a lot of people will take them and go down to Key Wadden for the day. It's also the only beach where you can bring your dogs. So it's a dog-friendly one. Wow. And once a month, Pier Florida does have a what they call the Bark Arc. So they do have a boat that'll take you over, with your little 4-legged furry friend, and you can run on the beach.
I got one of those.
You do? Yeah. So that's always a fun opportunity because people do like to travel with their pets.
Yeah, we do. He goes with me almost everywhere.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, that's my buddy. Yeah.
Wow. What's his name?
His name is Aries, black lab, English lab.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're smart.
He's very
Tough
smart.
to train. Right?
Yeah, but they're tough to train because they're excited all the time.
Yeah.
They learn very fast, but because they're so excited, they just don't want to listen to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like you're training them something, they're paying a lot of attention to you, they're staring at you. Oh, there's a ball over there, and then they're gone.
Let me ask you this, who's training who, right?
Sometimes he's training me.
Yeah,
yes.
for sure.
And then I get frustrated, and then he wants to come over and just paw me.
Oh,
when I stop. Now, you didn't want to pay attention to me 20 minutes ago. Now I have to pay attention to you.
Yeah,
That's a black lab. But they're lovable.
Yeah, they're great water dogs too.
Yes.
Yep.
And his first time at the beach here, he got too much salt water. Yeah, so.
What, drank it?
He drank too much because he didn't know. He said, hey, this is water, I'm gonna drink it. Wow. So, he got a little sick, but he went over, laid down for a little bit, and he was great. And then we found some really great dog bars where he could just call it a dog bar because they have bars and then they allow dogs there, and then the dogs play with each other in the water. So I've come that a lot of Florida destinations are very pet friendly, like you were just saying at the dog beach. So that's because a lot of people like to travel with their dogs.
Yeah, they do.
And right now in this environment, we're kind of in a driving market to a lot of destinations. So you'll probably be seeing a lot more visitors with their dogs.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of drive market, that's going to be a big focus with all this geopolitical climate and economic uncertainty. A lot of our marketing strategies are really shifting from totally focusing on that summer international travel to shifting to really bring in domestic travel and just really telling the Florida residents, come on and spend a week at the beach.
Yeah. Did you have to kind of change your strategy after your strategy was already built for what's going on in 2026? I mean, we have to stay nimble, we have to stay flexible, and sometimes we have to shift on a dime. Yeah,
pivot is our favorite word in marketing. On any given day, any given week, you're moving dollars around and saying, oh my God, this is a great digital opportunity. Here's a case in point, FIFA.
Yeah.
The FIFA game's coming up. So we're really targeting those individuals that are going to be going to Miami, saying, come on over to visit, come on over here and don't spend as much on your hotel room. It's an easy drive back and forth, but certainly stay in our destination for a couple days, a couple nights, explore and learn more about us. So that's how we can shift some of those dollars around to get in front of the people who, one, can afford to be in our destination, and B, who are able to discover our destination and become a legacy visitor and come back.
Have you thought about communicating to that visitor that's not from Florida, similar to myself, where I'm here all the time now? And where I'm going with this is, I didn't know how easy you can get from Naples to Miami. Because you look at Florida, that's on the other side of the state. But do you ever communicate that it's not that far, that it's an easy drive? I didn't know until I actually did it.
Yeah, we always say it's just an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
It's a straight shot. It's literally a straight shot, and you're in Fort Lauderdale, and then it's just head south a little bit, and you're in Miami, and you just keep going further down, and you could be in the Keys.
Yeah.
But it's really an easy drive. The road is great. There's always nice traffic flow back and forth, and people don't realize that. But culturally, coasts are very, very different.
And it's a nice shift, though. It's a really nice shift. If you want to go from the Miami to the Naples area, it's a nice shift from faster to a little bit more comfortable, nice
pace.
cruise. Yes.
Yep, for sure. And in fact, I live in Naples, and I'd say about once a month I go over to Miami for a weekend. Just change of pace, change of scenery. But I like coming home and sitting, sipping champagne, watching my beautiful sunset, because you can't replicate that over in Miami.
Yeah.
But we certainly are famous for our Naples sunsets.
So is there anything you would like to tell for future visitors? Anything about what's really going on in the Naples, Marco Island, Everglades that they might not know today?
I think Naples is certainly changing. I think the one thing people should know that it's a very diverse destination. As I mentioned, you can come and stay in a 5-star hotel during the night, and then you can be taking an airboat ride the next day in the Everglades and eating at the Havana Cafe or like a real Cuban sandwich.
Yeah.
And it's just very diverse, very different. One One thing I do want to mention is September is our low season. It's our slowest season. Typically, most Florida destinations, summer slows down a little bit. But for us, because we're so seasonal in Naples, you know, a big part of tourism is to keep people employed.
Yes.
We have 28,000 people in our industry, and we want to keep those people working. So during September, our full month is sizzle dining, where all of the restaurants, all your favorite grouper sandwich restaurants are going to be offering specials, specially priced menus through the month of September, and it goes to support Blessings in a Backpack, which feeds kids on the weekends. So they get to take a backpack home. And it's just a great program. It's been tremendously successful over the past 3 years. And we continue to hope to grow it. It started out as a 1 week, then it was a 2 week, and now it's for a full month.
Yeah.
So something to mark your calendars for.
Yeah, definitely. And I can honestly say one thing that I can say that most visitors wouldn't know, at least I didn't, that if you're in Miami, Fort Lauderdale area, and you want to take a little break and you have time for a nice 1.5-hour drive, definitely come to Naples.
Yeah, come on over and see a professional soccer game, have a great meal, and you can head back home all in one day.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for asking.
Thank you very much. And I know you've met with a few of our staff members. Actually, you've worked with some of our staff members before.
Yes, I have.
Fran Vaccaro. So I hope you get time to meet with Fran.
When I was up at Longboat Key Club.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
You've been listening to Aqua Talks, where marketing innovation takes center stage with bold ideas and actionable insights. Ready to take your strategies to the next level? Visit aquatalks.com to book your free consultation and explore resources that empower you to thrive in today's fast-paced marketing world. Until next time, stay bold, stay inspired, stay imaginative.